welcome to Breathe Yoga. My name is Ashley, and today I'm going to lead you through a practice that will begin in a chair and we will end on the floor on the mat. If you need to stay in the chair for the entire practice, please feel free to do so. So go ahead and find your way into a comfortable seated position, uncrossing the legs if they're crossed, feet about hips distance apart. If you need support for your back, please feel free to use the back of your chair or sit up nice and tall. So first, let's just take a moment to connect our bodies to the places our feet touch the earth, the places our bodies make contact with the chair, and then think about lifting up through the crown of the head to lengthen the spine. Just observing the body from the toes all the way up to the crown of the head, noticing any tension, any place that you're holding stress. And from here, we're going to shrug our shoulders up to our ears, roll the shoulders down and back. And now let's connect our breath to that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down and back. This time with a cleansing breath. Big breath in. Sigh, let it all go. And then turn your hands palm up on your legs so you get that natural external rotation of the shoulders. Begin to breathe in and out of the nose if that's available to you. And for any reason that's not available due to illness or a cold, just really focus on taking deep rounds of breath, opening up through the throat. Keeping your jaw relaxed by putting a little space between your teeth. Tongue relaxed from pressing into the roof of the mouth. Really focus on your breath here, connecting to your inhales, your exhales, allowing your breath to deepen on each round, letting your belly fill with air. And really your breath, the pranayama, is the most important part of your yoga practice. So if all you needed to do today was sit and breathe, that would be a perfect practice. And don't be afraid to make sound with your breath. The sound as you breathe in, the ah sound as you breathe out. And try making those sounds even if the lips are gently closed. Where can you relax and let go of tension? On your next exhale, slowly drop your chin toward your chest. Notice any tension in the back of the neck, the cervical spine, down into the thoracic spine. Inhale, lift your head to a neutral position. As you exhale, take your chin to the sky, but keep length in both the front and the back of your neck. Inhale to neutral. Again, exhaling chin to chest, noticing the muscles that support the neck, if it pulls down in between the shoulder blades and the spine. Inhaling to a neutral place, slow, controlled, there's no rush. Exhale, chin to sky. Inhale back to neutral. Now we change it. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale back to neutral, slow and controlled. Exhale, looking to the left. Try to keep your jaw relaxed, your tongue relaxed. We'll do that again. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, right. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, left. Inhale, neutral. Exhale your chin to your chest. Bring your hands to heart center and take a moment to set an intention for your movement today. On your next inhale, gently lift your head, sweep your arms to the sky, take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring your right hand down to the chair, reach up and over with the left. Palm of the hand faces the earth. Try to open up through the chest, so try not to collapse forward. Allow the shoulders to stack. And if this is too much on your shoulder for any reason, just bring your hand to heart center, relaxing that shoulder down and back. Inhale, press through your right hand, sweep the arms up, big breath. Now exhale, left hand to the chair, reach up and over with the right. Again, chest is open, getting that yummy stretch all the way up the side body. On your next inhale, press to center. We exhale into a twist, taking that right arm behind you and just bring that left hand down. Relax your shoulders. Only twist to the place that feels good to you today between the ribs and the pelvis. And if it feels good, maybe drop that ear down to the shoulder. Now notice if you're shrugging this left shoulder up, roll that shoulder down and back, let it relax. If you tend to hold tension through the jaw and in the neck or any stress, you may feel this quite tight here. This is your STM muscle. Inhale to lift your head. Exhale, release your chin first and then your body. From here, inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, twist, taking the left arm to the back of the chair, right hand to the thigh, relax through the shoulders, lift through the crown of the head. And then maybe you just drop that ear down toward the shoulder if that feels good to you today. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the chin and then the body. Bring your hands palm down to your thighs or your knees. Inhale, arching through the back, lifting through the heart. And then exhale, round out, chin to chest, navel to spine. Let your arms lengthen. Press your spine to the back of the room, the back of the chair. Inhale, lifting, arching through the back. Again, only going to the place that feels good to your back. Pull your shoulder blades together. Exhale, rounding out. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift to a neutral place. Go ahead and shrug your shoulders up again. Roll your shoulders down and back. Bring your palms up off the legs so that your arms are parallel to the earth. Relax your shoulders. And now from here, spread your fingers and curl your fingers. So this is a great exercise for your hands, for your wrists, and your forearms. If you spend a lot of time at a computer or in an office, you got to take care of your wrist, your forearms, and your hands as well. Now from here, spread your fingers and turn your palms up, and you may notice a quite intense stretch through the forearms from the elbow. Go ahead and turn the palms down again. So you want to keep those elbows close to the rib cage and your arms at a 90-degree angle as you do this. Good, we're going to do this one more time. Now from here, shake out the hands, get a little blood flow. Extend your right arm long. Take your hand, wrap it around the forearm just below the elbow, and just start to give yourself a little squeeze down the arm. So this creates blood flow to the wrist. And then just after the wrist, right before your hand, just give a little gentle pull on the wrist. This creates space there in those metacarpals. One more breath here. And now give that wrist a little shake. Now left side, take the hand, wrap it just below the elbow, squeezing all the way down, giving yourself a little self-massage, bringing some blood flow to the wrist. And then just below the wrist, just above the hand, a gentle tug on the hand. Breathe. Nice, and then shake that out. From here, we're going to bring our hands together, interlace the fingers, press the palms forward. Stretching out through the hands. And if it feels good to you in your shoulders, you can take the hands above the head and pressing up, relax the shoulders down and back. Take a big breath in. If you want a little bit more, just gently press through the hands to the right side of the body, maybe up toward the wall and the ceiling meet. Inhale back to neutral, and now exhale to the left. Inhale back to neutral, slowly release the hands. Take the hands behind the back. Maybe you interlace your fingers or wrap your hands around the wrist and then pull your shoulder blades together. If it's available to you, press your hands down behind the back. If you need to scoot forward, please feel free to do so. Pressing the heart forward, big breath in. Exhale, sigh, release. Now from here, press your hands into your thighs to come to a standing position slowly if you need to, and we're going to come around to the back of the chair. So from here, we're going to wrap our hands around the chair for a little support, and we're going to step the right foot back to take a crescent lunge. So we're on the ball of the back foot. The front knee is directly over the heel or behind. Pull that left hip back and press the right hip forward so you get a nice stretch here, and it may come from the psoas, the iliacus, or one of the hip flexors down into the quad depending on how tight you are. If you feel good, relax your shoulders down and back, maybe press back through that heel, maybe deepen the lunge if that feels good to you. If you want a little bit more, you could take your hands to the sky here. Now this is a balance pose, so keep your eye on a focal point. Breathe. The chair is here if you need it, so you can always bring one hand down to the chair if you need that. One more breath here. Bring both hands to the chair if you're not there. Take a breath in as you exhale, stepping forward into Tadasana or mountain pose. From here, take a breath and exhale, step back with the left foot. Same thing here. Knee is over the heel or behind. You're going to pull the right hip back, press the left hip forward. You want to think of your pelvis as a bucket of water. So notice if you're doing anything kind of funky with your pelvis, you want to pull that right hip back. Hips are square, pulled back, maybe tucked under just a bit, press back through the back heel. And again, if you feel strong here, you can take your hands to the sky, maybe rotate the pinkies in just slightly. Or maybe you just bring one hand down. Go to the place that works for you. One more breath. Now from here, bring both hands to the chair, big breath in as you exhale, stepping forward into Tadasana or mountain pose. So from here, look down and widen the feet to hips distance or bring the feet into hips distance, rocking forward and backward on the feet. Spread your toes, put a little bend in your knees, and go ahead and shrug your shoulders up, roll them down and back, turn your palms forward, lift up through the crown of the head, and we're gonna hold this pose for about 3 to 5 rounds of breath. Now notice if you're pressing your chin forward. If you are, shift the head back so your neck is in alignment with the remainder of your spine. One more breath here. From here, bring your hands back to the chair, and you're just going to have a seat like you're sitting in a chair into chair pose, Utkatasana. So just sitting back into the heels, chest is lifted. Maybe this is enough for you. Feel free to bring your hands to heart center or take your hands to the sky if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. Today, I'm going to keep my hands on the chair. Make sure you can wiggle your toes, maybe look down, see if you can see your toes. You don't want to shift forward into the balls of the feet. You want to shift back into the heels. Relax your shoulders. A few more rounds of breath. If you want a little bit more, maybe you sink about an inch deeper. And on your next inhale, come all the way up to standing. If you feel a little burn in the legs, just give them a little shake. So from here, we're going to walk around to the right side of the chair. And we're going to shift the weight into the left foot just slightly. And from here, we're going to move into tree pose, bringing the ball of the foot to the earth, making a little kickstand with our ankle. Knee is pressing out, chest is lifted, just like when we were in Tadasana or mountain pose. And if you feel strong here, maybe you bring the sole of the foot to the medial part of the gastrocnemius or the calf. And then maybe take one hand to the sky, focusing on a focal point, breathing. Few more rounds of breath here. One more breath. Slowly release the hand if it's extended and slowly release that foot to the earth, giving yourself a little shake out of the legs. And now walking around to the other side of the chair. Now feel free, if your practice is a place today that you do not want to use the chair and you just want to work on your balance, you can do that as well. So rocking forward and backward and then shifting the weight into the right foot as that feels good to you. Maybe you start with your kickstand. The tree knee presses back, the glutes are engaged, the core is strong, the shoulders are relaxed. Or maybe you bring the sole of the foot to the calf, below the knee or above the knee if you want to even go further. And then maybe you take the hand to the sky. Breathe, put a smile on your face. So balance poses are great to strengthen the joints. They help to calm the mind or stimulate the mind so you can focus. And you may notice a little boost of energy after practicing this pose as well. One more breath here. Slowly release the arm if it's extended and then bring that foot down to meet the earth, shaking out the legs if you need to. So now I'm going to show you how to engage in a downward facing dog if you have limited mobility like I do at this point from an injury. So we're going to just move our chair over to the side and you have a couple different options here. So you can place your hands on the back of the chair, which is what I will do today, or if you have a little bit more mobility, onto the seat of the chair. So hands go about shoulder width apart, just like if you were going to do downward dog on your mat. And you're just going to step back just slightly from the chair. Now from here, just think about if you were on the earth, you shift your tailbone up and back and lengthen through the arms, pressing your heart down toward your toes and relaxing your head. So this is our variation of downward facing dog. Make sure you're not locking out your knees, put a little bend in your knees. And if you're super tight, bend your knees quite a lot. Just taking a few rounds of breath here. And again, if you want to bring your hands to the seat of the chair, feel free to do so, and you can walk yourself away from the chair even more so you feel that same stretch through the shoulders. One more breath. Inhale, pressing forward just slightly. If your hands are on the seat of the chair, walk yourself up to the back of the chair and then bring your hands to your thighs, coming all the way up to standing. Now from here, we're going to make our way to the floor. So what I would like for you to do is maybe bring your hands to the chair, come onto your knees. And I have to move quite slowly at this point, then having a seat here. So if it's available to you to do this, follow me. If not, you can go back to your chair and have a seat into the chair and follow this same guideline. So for me, I'm going to just bring my legs up into the chair and lie back. So this gives me support for my back. From here, I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left knee and take a figure 4 stretch. So if you're seated, you can do the same thing here. And if you need a little bit more, you can take that left leg and pull in toward the chest. This is enough for me today, so I'm going to stay right here. Slightly flex your feet, breathe. One more breath here. I'm going to uncross my legs now, and I'm just going to take a little windshield wiper of the legs. So you can stay where you are here or bring the feet toward the edge of the chair. If you're seated, you can just rock your knees side to side, giving yourself a little rock through the hips. And then from here, cross the left leg over the right knee, flexing the foot, making a figure 4. Again, if you need more, you can pull that right leg in toward the chest or bring your heart toward your shin if you're seated in a chair. One more breath here. And then slowly uncrossing the legs, bringing your feet to a place that feels comfortable. Again, a little windshield wiper of the legs as that feels good to you. Now from here, keep your left leg either on the chair or on the floor and pull that right knee in toward the chest just slightly, just to a place that feels good to you. Relax your shoulders, maybe play with your ankle. Change the direction of the circle. Point your toe, pull your toes toward your face so you have plantar dorsiflexion of the foot. And then slowly release. Same thing on the left side. Take a breath in, wrap your hands around your shin just below your knee, and maybe you pull that leg in. And then start to give that ankle a little rotation. Point and flex. One more breath. And then slowly release. So if you're seated in a chair, just bring your hands palm up on your thighs. If you are on your back, go ahead and bring your hands to the earth, palm up. And we're just going to take a few moments here to breathe. Relaxing your face. Relax your jaw. So having our legs extended up into the chair like this brings blood flow back down to the spine. It's a great restorative pose to help you rest. Let your heart rest. Let's take one more round of breath here. And begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Now, if you have time to stay here longer, please feel free to do so for about 5 minutes. If you need to follow me, go ahead and create that movement. Then maybe make circles with your wrists and your ankles. Extend your hands over your head, stretch from head to toe. Take a big breath in. Hug your knees into your chest. And then from here, just slowly rotate to your right side. Rolling slowly to take a transitional moment. And then making sure you're pressing through your hands to press up rather than lifting yourself up with your head to come into a seated position, and move as slowly as you need to. I move quite slowly these days. Sit up nice and tall in a position that feels good to you. Shrug your shoulders up, roll them down and back, turn your hands palm up, and just take a moment to give yourself credit for moving your body today. As you are ready, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me on Breathe Yoga. From a place of good and light within me, I honor and celebrate the good and light within you. Namaste.